What's up, everyone? Welcome into the Ortho Arizona Recruiting Roundup. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Cody Cameron, and today we just want to wrap up a couple of the biggest commitments that we saw this past June. So, just a few weeks ago. So, let's wrap up rapid fire a few of them, starting over at Cactus Shadows with the quarterback Donovan Dixon, who committed to NAU, which I promise it doesn't take too much convincing from Cody, especially when it comes to Donovan Dixon to talk about these NAU commitments. But there's an interesting kind of story there about how this really does make sense for him. But I just want to throw in a few tidbits on him as a person because at Sports 360 AZ, we've made a little bit more of an effort to get to know him as a quarterback. And I think one of the things that I've seen and really admire is just his development over the last few years and his focus on his mental game and leadership and just becoming a super confident player, which let's be real, that's exactly what these college programs are looking for. He obviously can produce on the field, but as a person, he's really grown. But Cody, you're all about also what's happening on the field. So why is he a great fit for NAU?
Here's what makes Donovan special, right? He is so electrifying at the quarterback position. He can make any throw. He is one of the fastest players in the state of Arizona. The up-tempo offense that he runs at Cactus Shadows, perfect translation into that NAU offense. So he's really, really smart. He's a great competitor. He's coachable. The best thing about him, Claudia, is when you talk to opposing coaches, okay, non-Cactus Shadows coaches, all they say is they say two things. They go, man, that kid is really respectful. He does things the right way. And they personally, when there's like a big 7-on-7 event, right? They personally try to find the field that Cactus Shadows is playing on because they want to watch him play. That is a really special player. And the NEU side, okay, you strengthen your in-state recruiting bond. You get your quarterback in the recruiting class, and he already becomes one of your best recruiters. When you land a kid like this, skilled players and offensive linemen, and even some of those defensive skill players that in the secondary and linebackers, they are friends with Donovan and they want to play college ball with Donovan. It is a home run all around, and Donovan Dixon is a really special football player.
Let's move over to Mountain Point offensive lineman Aaron Thomas committed to the Ohio State University. He had over 30 offers, so it's not like this was such a home run as you want to call it. Not an easy decision, right? When you've got 30 offers you're working with. But it's I went out to spring football, got to talk with the new coach over there. He's still getting to know Aaron Thomas, but the things that became obvious early on was also that leadership and just wanting to develop that as well. And he's going to be an early graduate, which means he's just planning on getting his foot right in the door. But he said he's working on his footwork over the summer and things like that. So I'm excited to see him play in his senior season.
Yeah, what a special moment for him too, because like you said, he had a ton of options. And how about the reigning national champions, the Ohio State University? They're nabbing two offensive linemen from the state of Arizona, him and Tucker Smith out of O'Connor. Aaron Thomas, his development from, when he first started playing football in his high school career at Mountain Point to now the athleticism, the bend, the violent strike off the snap. His length is there, his weight is there, but just kind of tightening up all the other things and perfecting his craft up front for Mount Point. He has truly become one of the top offensive linemen in the entire West Coast and the Southwest region. And that's all credit to his work ethic, his coaching. He's got great role models. He's a heck of a kid. He's a heck of a football player. Really, really happy for Aaron. All right, Claudia, we're going to stay on the offensive line too. One of my favorite players in the entire 2026 class. That's Colin Campbell out of Williamsfield. So he committed to Michigan State. And when you look at Colin's game, he's a road grader, but he's super athletic. Williamsfield's offense, they have him moving outside a lot, showing that athleticism, a lot of backside pull block, and a lot of working to the second level. Colin's one of the best at it. He really, really is. He's so athletic. And when he gets to the second level, he pummels outside backers trying to force in secondary players. So that style of tenacity and ferociousness is a great fit for Michigan State. And I'm so happy for him. He is a really fun player to watch. And anybody watching this, you should go watch Williamsfield's offensive line and their team this year. Colin Campbell's the ankle to that.
These are three guys we're definitely going to be watching in their senior year. But thank you for joining me on the recruiting roundup. We'll see you next time.